The American people know that I always have a backbone of steel. Just ask the presidents of Harvard and Penn. Sorry, I should say the former presidents of Harvard and Penn. Did you all see that congressional hearing on anti-Semitism? I've been in a lot of high-profile hearings over my years in Congress, but this was truly the most morally bankrupt testimony that I have ever witnessed. And I asked each of the university presidents a simple question, and it was not a political question, it was a moral one. And that question was this: does calling for the genocide of Jews violate your university's code of conduct on bullying and harassment? And shockingly, one after another shocked the world and answered, quote, "It depends on the context." And the world heard. Let me be clear, it does not depend on the context. You ask that same question to 3 hardworking constituents from my district, a farmer, a manufacturer, and a suburban mom, and they know how to answer that question. It is now the most viewed testimony in the history of the United States Congress, with billions of views. And let me say it again for all to hear: 2 down, so many to go. They're fired. And this hearing showed the world what we already know, that there is a radical leftist rot in our higher education system that is destroying the minds of our next generation. These are the same so-called elite schools that rank last when it comes to defending freedom of speech. They gleefully cancel conservatives simply for being pro-life or standing up for election integrity, and yet they fail to condemn the genocide of Jews. We must stop the flow of taxpayer dollars to these dens of anti-Semitism. We must account for every dollar of foreign funding flowing into these schools, and we will end the tax breaks that have incentivized this moral rot on campus. And we all know it's not just these 3 schools, it's sadly schools across the country. That's why subpoenas are already out the door. It's why we launched an investigation, and we will not rest until we hold them accountable.